Tamily. It's Nicole here on Tampa Suzanne's Instagram today for our 22nd Ask Tamily interview. Today we are featuring Danka, and she just joined, so let me just see here how I say this every time. Suzanne says it every time. It's most difficult getting the connection. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Here she is.
Hi.
Good morning. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. Wait, just adjust the camera a bit. Yes, hi. I'm fine. It's evening here, 6 o'clock p.m.
Yes, and 9 a.m. here. It's so nice to meet you, Danka. I pronounced that right?
Yes, it's fine. Okay, fine now.
Let's see. Can you turn your camera to so that it's horizontal? Perfect.
Yes.
Will that work?
Okay, like this. Okay, fine.
Hi. I'm so excited to interview you today.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Yes, lovely to meet you. So, as I was saying, this is our 22nd Ask Tamily interview. You, I think, are a bit of a legend in the Tamily. So a guiding light for us all. So I'm so excited that I get to do this. So Suzanne isn't feeling well.
Okay.
So I'm here. So let's jump in.
Okay. Fine.
Okay. So will you please share with us why you chose the Tracys Method?
That's actually pretty easy because, can you hear me? Yes?
I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
Okay. Yeah, yes, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I've always been slim. I don't actually need to do anything. I've always slim, so I don't have to use any weight. But I wanted to find a program that makes me do something every day.
Mm-hmm.
I value consistency, and I wanted a program that is that continues every day. That I can do something every day, and a program I can look forward to. So I tried many things before. I used to swim, I used to do Jane Fonda, I used to do David Kirsch, but somehow I wasn't hooked. Then I found Tracey actually by chance. I read an article about her in the papers, and she said that you have to work pretty hard with her method, but you will see results. But you have to be consistent. You have to do the method like 5 to 6 days a week. And I like that because I'm a very consistent person. For example, I can learn a foreign language by myself, and I know what consistency means. It means you do something like 5 minutes a day, but you do something every day. And that's what got me hooked. And I stayed with her for 4 years.
Yes. So you went all the way through continuity, right?
Yes, exactly. I started with some YouTube videos. Mm-hmm. Then, because I didn't know who Tracey was, so I saw some videos and some funny moves with the arms, right. And so I like that. So then I bought the math DVD, the first one, and I liked that very much too. Then I did continuity all 3 years and 3 months. Wow. For the first 2 years, I did glucentrics. Later, of course, it's Omni. But it was fun. I don't regret doing that. I think it's a great program, actually. I would recommend continuity, to anybody who wants to really, really get strong and to do Tracey. It's a nice program, It's there for you all the time. You have the DVDs. You don't have to pay for streaming, which is expensive. Right. So I like that. So I did all of it. Yes.
And it really introduces you to the language, right? The physical language. What she's asking us to do is completely different than anything else, which is probably why we're doing it. So what is your current routine? And then are you including dance cardio?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so as you know, I'm not that young, so I have to be a bit more careful now with my fitness regime, which means I have to listen to my body.
Yeah.
Because once you reach your, enjoy your drink, see, once you reach your 40s, yeah, when you reach your 40s, you really have to be a bit more careful.
Yeah.
Because you don't have the hormones, you don't have the resources to repair your body, especially if you do a strenuous workout every day. So, every day is like this. I wake up in the morning and I think, oh, did I sleep well? Do I feel well? And then I decide what to do, regardless of my workout. It also depends on what I have to do during the day.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to be running around all day long doing some physical activities, I cannot overstress my body with a heavy workout. So especially if you reach your 40s, everything changes there. Mm-hmm. So I think I try to do the master class. Of course, that's what Tracy told me to do during Vitality Week in Madrid. But sometimes I just can't. I'm too tired. I don't have the strength, or I just don't want to. So I try to switch. I either do, the other class of beginners, or the arms only, or I don't do anything else. And that's okay. You can do it once in a while. Consistency for me doesn't mean that I have to do a perfect workout every day. That's not consistency. That's obsession.
Yes.
So in my opinion, so what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to adjust my workout to my personal needs. Mm-hmm. So I try to do the master class, but if I don't have time, I do something else, and I do not feel guilty about that. That's what I think is the big problem here in the Tamily sometimes, mm-hmm. because I see many women, especially young ones, being so obsessed with the method and the way they have to fit in a workout at whatever cost, every day. And what bothers me, because it's not consistency, it's obsession. Because if they have, for example, a busy day ahead, running around with kids, or going on an excursion, or whatever, they get up like at 4 o'clock in the morning to do the workout, because they want to fit it in, because they think it's important. Okay, you have the energy, but I would say, girl, go and sleep 2 hours more, so you'll wake up refreshed and ready to face your day.
Right.
Nothing happens if you skip one workout. Nothing happens. You enjoy your day. The next day, you come back to the mat and you do it in the perfect. You do a perfect class. In my opinion, that's much better than to press yourself to do so much because you have to have it done. Because I think there's a big problem here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about balance, right? It's about fitting it in, being aware of the fact that you've committed to this and that you want to fit it into your day. But on days that it just doesn't happen, give yourself a break. Let it be an arms day, or let it be I can't get there today because I just can't get there,
Yes, exactly. Or just go for a walk. I always tell women, especially if they have small kids, that it is perfectly okay to skip a workout, provided you do something else for your body. You go for a walk, and you try to eat healthily, mm-hmm. and you do something. That's consistency. Otherwise, it's an obsession. Otherwise, you feel guilty because you didn't work out, and then you think, oh, how do I make it up? Or this it won't work, So you really, really have to find a balance, I think, to do it in the right way, because Tracy skips workouts. It's perfectly okay,
right?
As everybody does.
Yes.
You don't have to work 7 days a week for an hour. I mean, in my opinion, it's far too much, especially if you're a bit older.
Right. And we want to be able to carry this, right? I'm in my early 40s too, but I want to be able to do this when I'm 70. And if I am hammering on myself now, then my body won't be there, You have to be graceful with yourself and really listen to your body. So.
Yes, exactly. Especially when you're 40 something, you have to sleep.
Yes.
Because when you sleep, your body repairs itself. Mm-hmm. And you don't sleep because you have to do a workout in the morning, right, at a crazy hour, like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. That's not right. It can happen once. For example, if you have to do it or feel better after doing it, okay, do it, but not every day. It's far too much. That's what Tracy told me as well, that she doesn't like people skipping sleep. Right. She wants people to sleep well first. Right. Then you're ready to do your exercise, to do your workout. Because if you don't sleep, you can't do that.
Right.
So you really have to find a balance, even if it's only 10 minutes a day.
Yeah.
Don't feel guilty about skipping it or doing a short version of it. It's all perfectly okay.
Good advice. We all
Yeah,
we
think so.
listen to our bodies. And, in terms of sleep, if you know you're going to get up at 4 a.m. to do a workout, go to bed early. If that's your routine, then that's fine. But definitely don't
Yes.
Don't be angry with yourself, don't feel...
Yes, don't be angry. Just lean back. I always tell the girls, especially the younger ones, just lean back. Mm-hmm. Consistency doesn't mean a perfect workout every day. Mm-hmm. It means you do something for your body. You align with your subconscious mind. It means, I want to be healthy, I want to be fit, I want to move for my kids, I want to be able to lift them. And in order to do that, you don't only do the workout every day. You do different things as well for your mental health.
Right.
Even if it means skipping the workout. If you're tired, you go to sleep. That's more important than working out. Overtired. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Just pushing yourself all the time. I find it far too crazy in this family. This being so obsessed with the workouts, It really bothers me, especially with young girls. I see so much pressure nowadays, And another thing I want to stress is that it's perfectly okay not to like parts of your body. I think, why should we accept to be, like Tracey says, we have to love our body. Okay, fine, we do, but it's okay to still say, I don't like my legs. I don't like my butt. It's fine. You have to say it. And you just realize, okay, fine, I have this, so-called problem, and I live with it. It's nothing not to liking parts of your body,
Right.
You can do things to improve them if you want, or improve your image, improve your, self-body image or whatever. But it's okay not to like them, Nobody is perfect, I think. And
right. And what is perfect? What is it? It's a relative term that we all just what is perfect? Who wants to be perfect, honestly?
Yeah, who wants to be perfect? Everybody is different. And I think mental health is far more important than your physical appearance. Mm-hmm. Because, everybody gets older. And if you're not aligned with yourself or with the person you are, you can do as much workout as you want. Mm-hmm. You can be as fit as you want to be, and you won't be happy. Happiness starts from within, and it has a lot to do with workout, with your physical fitness, but it all starts in your head. Mm-hmm. So to be really stressed, you really have to do more just to find a balance in life between your mental health and your physical health.
Yes.
Without, of course, obsessing about that.
Yes, I completely agree. We all need to do that. We need that, written on our walls. We need that just in here all the time. That just be you.
Yes.
And let you be you,
And you have to find a workout that really speaks to you. You have to align on those two levels, subconscious, and then to do something just to follow. Because if you find a workout you don't like, you will never stick to it. Right. You have to find a workout that really motivates you, that you find it interesting, something that you can really feel, there's something for me. So if you're lucky and you find such kind of workout, you're a winner.
Yes.
And you also have to be prepared to wait for the results and wait, for your body to change if you have to changes. If you do it for only to stay healthy or to stay fit, it's okay. But if you really want to see some changes, you really have to be, consistent about this method, and you really have to do something, and you have to know that it's going to take like 2 years.
Right.
3 years.
Or longer. I can
not at all,
honestly say that I've been doing this for, 10 years, and there's still, like you said, there's parts of my body where I'm like, whoa. But as we get older, we start to just kind of accept those things. And yes, it bugs me on I'll see something that I see as not an imperfection, but in the grand scheme, this is like my life, my body, and you just need to be grateful for that I have it, that I can move at all. So.
Yes, exactly. For example, if you have, let's say, broad hips, you may never have narrow hips, even if you work on 3 hours a day,
Yes.
you know, you probably just get a bit more comfortable around your body, and your clothes gonna fit better, but your shape is probably gonna stay the same. Mm-hmm. So you better get used to it from the very beginning, you know. Yes. Just accept yourself as you are, you know. It's okay not to like your parts of your body, as I said before, but just be prepared to be to see the long-term perspective, the working out. It's not a quick fix. It's not like 3 months and you're gonna have a perfect body. It never works, you know. So
did you? That when you started Tracys Method, did you feel the same way? Have you carried kind of that same philosophy, or did that evolve as the community grew and you know?
No, that actually came with age. Yeah. I think, yes, the older you get, you just acquire a different perspective on life, I think. Yeah. When I started the method, I just wanted to have, you know, nice arms and have a better stomach, let's say. But I've always been slim. I didn't need much, but I wanted to do something for my health. But the method is a bit different. So it's brought to me like a change in my mentality a bit, because I started to see, well, it's not that important, you know, the physical opinion. It's more important how I feel about myself, about my body, if I'm capable of doing things I wasn't capable of doing before. You know, they change a bit. I'm not into results now. I don't need results. I look fine, you know. I'm doing the method because I want to be strong, I want to be healthy, and I want to be fit, you know, and I want to age well. That's it. I'm not into results. I don't care if I have good abs or not. I'm more concerned about my face. That's why I don't over-exercise. Because if you over-exercise, it shows in your face.
Right.
That's why many women who do a lot of sports have a lot of wrinkles here and here. You know, because the body doesn't have time to repair all the damage you do to the body every day by working out so hard.
Right.
So my face is far more important than my abs or my legs. So I'm, you know, just trying to get easier on the workouts now, a bit more easier, just to find the balance. But as I said, I'm not into results. I was at the beginning because it was something new, and I liked the look of Tracy. I thought she was very sexy and so petite, and everything was so firm, you know, and her. I still like her. I still like her look. I think she looks incredible, but I think her mentality changed a bit as well. Tracys, I think she's not into the, you know, teeny tiny, long, lean, you know, but she's more into just be healthy, be there for your family, be there for yourself. This is far more important. I understand people that are into results, because if you're overweight and you don't feel well, of course you want to lose weight. I understand it perfectly. I would do the same probably. But you just have to lean back a bit and get a bit easier on yourself, I think. You know, that's what I think, yeah.
I agree. So that is fantastic advice for the, you know, younger members of the Tamily. Do you have anything else that you would add for someone that's completely new to Tracy, completely new to this community, advice to help them?
Yeah, I would say join Facebook and join Instagram first, because Tracy doesn't talk much. We don't have like much advice what to do with the method. You can just jump into streaming. You have no idea what weights to use. You have no idea about the moves. So join the group, I think, and read the post first, see what the girls tell you, you know, get some help. That's what I say. And if you struggle with motivation, also just don't do it every day. Just start with 2 times a week. That's perfectly okay. It's still better than not to do anything.
Right.
You know, people say, oh, I have to work on 6 days a week to see results. No, that's not true. You move your body 2 times a week first. And then you see if you like it, you can always increase. Then you can do 3 times a week, then you do 4.
Yeah.
Then if your motivation falls back, go back to 2 times a week. It's still okay. It still counts as a workout. You know, you don't have to be so perfect all the time.
Yeah.
And as I said, on days when you cannot do anything, go for a walk. Or just eat healthy. It always helps. So I would say just, you know, start with small goals or intentions. I don't like the word goals because it's like obligation. Always an intention. Like my intention will be to work out 2 times a week. If you do more, that's a bonus. That's fine. but stick to it. Do it 2 times a week. That's perfectly fine.
Yes.
And you can always increase, but then you'll be proud of yourself that you've done something, that you accomplished those 2 days. Fine. Most people don't do anything.
Right.
You
give yourself permission to kind of figure out what works for you. You don't have to, and that's the other thing. We're in this community. I think this is we say this every time. This is the best community of women and a few men on the planet in terms of support, just camaraderie. We're on 2 completely different sides of the world, and I feel like we're friends. We all
yes, exactly.
We all have each other's back. So that's it's great advice. Be balanced. Give yourself permission to carve your own path. And Instagram, it's hard because you see everybody else doing it and you start comparing
and it's very hard if you're a beginner and you see all the perfect girls on Instagram and you think, I never look like that, I'll never move like that, It's not so important. Instagram is fine, but it's dangerous too, especially if you're a young girl, you're insecure, you don't like your body, and then you see the girls, it's so effortless for them, everything, they can move, they can perform. It's not true.
No,
you only see 20 seconds of their lives. You don't know if they really do the workout. Some of them only film the moves. Yeah, it happens, Some of them pretend they work out. It's not true. You really have to be a bit more careful.
Right.
Of how you see it all, because it can damage you, especially if you're young and you want to start this method and I'll never be like her, but you have no idea. You don't know who she is.
Right.
Maybe she cried before the workout. Maybe she has a lot of personal problems, but she's just pretending on Instagram. Everything is fine. I'm with the method. I'm so consistent. Yes. This is not true. You really have to be careful. Of course, most of the girls are honest. It's fine. We know it. Most of the girls are fine, honest, and they're like they are. They don't pretend.
Right.
But especially if you're young, I would say be a bit more careful. Look at it. It's okay, but it's only Instagram. Of course, if you know somebody, in real life, and then you connect via Instagram, whatever, it's fine. You develop a friendship. That's perfectly fine. But if you don't know anybody, just be a bit careful. Don't believe everything you see here. Because this is not true.
Right.
This
is we try and be honest, but I'm not going to post an unflattering angle.
Yeah.
Or,
me either.
A highlight reel to start a conversation really is what it is, to be part of something that's bigger and
this community is fine, but you really have to be a bit more careful at the beginning. Later, of course, if you get to know the girls, for example, you meet at Vitality, when you just develop a friendship, that's fine.
Yes.
That's fine. And I enjoy this community tremendously because, I know all you girls. I don't know you, but I do know you.
Yes. Yeah.
I know what you eat for breakfast.
Yeah.
I know what your favorite drink is. I know the names of your kids. How strange is that?
I know.
And I know, for example, I have a personal problem. I can always reach out.
Yeah.
And there are people that help me. I'm helping a lot. Girls, young girls, they ask me questions about life or whatever because they think I'm wise or whatever. And so I do help. Why not? It's not only about fitness. It's also about mental health. It's very important.
Yeah. Yep.
Especially if you're insecure and you don't know what to do, and so always best to reach out. Everybody would help you here. It's what Tracey's trying to do, although I think she's doing far too much with the premium streaming and the interviews. She's trying to be like a mental health guru for everybody, which I think is far too much for her. She's doing far too much. She's overworked, and I would welcome if she just stepped down a bit, because she's doing so much. I appreciate it all, and we do pay for it. It's a paying service, but I think it's far too much for her. She's only one person. She's a woman. She's a family.
Right.
And all the 3 classes a week teaching, this premium, this cardio, I think it's far too much for her. So welcome. She stepped down a bit. We
have to give it to her. I think I attended a Vitality Week a few summers ago, and she talked about her doctor, Dr. Siddiqui, telling her that she needed to. Her term was if she didn't slow down, she was gonna get an STD, basically. I mean, but it was a slow Tracey down, and we could all take that. Slow down. And Tracey is pumping out the content, and we all appreciate it. But I think we would also understand if it slowed down a bit.
Yes, I think so. Yes, I wanna see 3 classes a week is a lot. Especially, it also causes confusion. I know a lot of people prefer to have just 1 class a week, because then they would know what to do.
Right.
I prefer that,
right.
Because then I still have 3 classes, and then, which one to take? This one looks good. The other one looks good as well. Maybe I try this, maybe I try that.
Right.
Okay, you try to stick to a line, of course, but sometimes you're just tempted. It's normal, it's human nature. You see something new and you want to try it. So sometimes I think 1 class would be much better. The beginners could do the metamorphosis, or could do something else. Or beginners could stay. Like I said, beginners and advanced. Enough.
Right.
And sometimes the beginners, I think the trainers could do as well. Just to take the pressure off her so much, of Tracey. Right. Advanced is fine. She can do 1 class a week. That's fine. It's filmed in the studio. She has to do it anyway. But in my opinion, I think she's doing a bit too much at the moment, especially she's going through some personal stuff which is not very nice, and this on top of this, it's a bit much.
It is a bit much. The other thing that I could add to that is that when a trainer trains a class, when it's not Tracey, it's a completely different, it's the same moves, but I almost find that following a trainer is more difficult. Their pace is faster, the arms, holy moly.
Yeah.
So maybe Tracey will hear this and she'll say, you know what? I was told to slow down. So I'm gonna slow down.
Yeah. Especially many people would complain at the trainers with all the time because they pay for the method and they pay to see Tracey.
Yeah.
Of course, that's perfectly normal. I think once in a while the trainer is fine. That's why I think 1 class would be enough, so she could do that. But consistently every week or whatever she does, she's trying to do that anyway. So, but let's see what happens. Maybe she will take some advice. I don't know. We don't want anything to happen to her. We don't want her to burn out.
No, not yet. Slow down if you need to, and we'll understand. So you have you've attended a Vitality Week. Is that right? Will you tell us about it and maybe share kind of the best advice you got from Tracey, or if you had, there's these moments where she's talking and you just kind of go like, oh, I get it. I completely get it now. Tell us about Vitality Week.
Yes, I was in Madrid in summer, and it was my first Vitality whatever. And it was, want to say, Tracey been following me on Instagram like for 2 years or whatever. So she more or less knew who I was. But then I saw her. She just came to me. She gave me a hug. And, hi, it's you. So she really does try to get to know you. So if you're on Instagram, you post videos, she does try to follow you. She does try to see who you are. She tries to get to know you. There are thousands of people here.
I know.
But if you're consistent and you follow her Instagram or you post videos, whatever, she does try to know. She knew exactly who I was. It was like, oh, I've never met her, but she knew her. She knew my name. She knew about my kids. She knew what I did for a living. I know it's kind of strange, because for me she's a celebrity. Mm-hmm. So exactly. So girls, if she doesn't follow you yet, don't despair. Just wait. Right. No, she's busy. She'll follow you in her own time. You just be part of the family, participate in discussion, do interviews or whatever. She'll find you. She really tries. I think she's sweet when you talk to her. Mm-hmm. She really listens. There are people asking her a lot of personal questions at Vitality. And she does try to find a solution for everybody. Mm-hmm. It's not easy for her. She's not a psychologist. She's only a fitness trainer. And all the girls coming to her, huge problems, personal problems, divorce, or, right, childbirth, whatever. I think she's a bit overwhelmed sometimes. That's why I think just ask Tracey things sometimes is a bit too much for her too, because it's not really her domain. You know, she should be talking about fitness and the body and the method and the other stuff. Well, she has to do it because, you know, she's a role model. And of course, the girls are interested in her life, what she eats, you know, what her philosophy is. So everybody's interested. But I think she gets overwhelmed sometimes. Yeah, but anyway, Vitality was very nice. And I now have to pay more attention to my form. Because if you work up next to Tracy, like for 2 hours, she does every move with a perfect form. Yeah, I know she's a profi. I know she's been doing them for 20 years. She knows how to move that. She's like a machine, you know? Yeah. She does everything with perfect form, every move. I was actually very, very impressed. Because she seems to, you know, never to get tired. And she was very nice to girls that couldn't perform, you know. She was not upset. She was not, let's do it or whatever. No, she was very fine, very patient with them. I said, it's okay if you cannot do it, just rest a bit, you know. So I was impressed with that too, but I was impressed with her form, with her performance. And actually she was very tired because of jet lag. And then Penny did not sleep at night, so she was up most of the night. But then she showed up in the morning, she came to the studio and she did a perfect workout, even if she was tired. I was impressed too. I know we're paying for this, it's a paying service, and it was her obligation, you know, to come and do this, but still, you know. So, and, well, I think she's a very nice person, actually. If you meet her in person, you understand her more, then you won't get angry if a class is not there on time. Because you know her in person, you know how she sings, and you'll develop a kind of relationship with her. But you have to see her in person for it, I think. Because you think, she's a celebrity trainer, she has trainers to do the workouts, the workout should be done on time. And then you meet her and see she's really a real human being. You know, she was crying in Madrid because the thing with her boyfriend and whatever. She said she was really upset and whatever. I said, okay, crazy, come on. And then we hear the Mendigo, you know, whatever from you. So I think, you know, that's what I got from Vitality, you know. The impression that she's really caring, she's a nice person, and she tries her best, but sometimes it's just too much. And I also think she should get better help. People help her a bit more. She's very determined. She wants to fulfill everybody's needs. That's why so many workouts. And sometimes it's just too much. You know, she wants to be good. She wants to help. So this is for you. This workout is for you. That for you. You know, it's better. She was a bit more egoistic sometimes, I think, and think about herself first.
Right. Yep. I agree. She is a fantastic human being. She gives and gives and gives. And she's a real, genuine, kind, like there's no airs about Tracey Anderson at all, you know? And I think it carries over. I think that's why this community is the way that it is, because the leader of the helm is just like trying to just live her best life, you know?
Yeah.
And isn't, you know, she doesn't overly share her personal life, but she also is transparent, and she's the real deal, you know?
Yeah. I think, of course, she's also a businesswoman. You can't forget that. She has to sell her method.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes she does things that we think, it's too expensive or whatever. She's a businesswoman.
Yeah.
But she's also a human being, and you have to find a balance. You don't have to believe every word she says. Because sometimes she says things and she's not consistent, or she doesn't know herself.
Right.
You know, we have to excuse her. The problem is if you follow her like to a T, you follow every word she says, that's not good either.
No.
Because she's only a human being, and she knows her stuff, but she does not know everything. Right. And she also changes her mind. She changed her mind so many times before, so you really have to think for yourself. You take the best what you can from the method, but you think for yourself.
Right. Yep.
What to do and how to apply it to your own life. You know, I follow her advice. But for example, I know what I can eat, what's good for my body. I don't care what she eats. Right. I can take her advice. You know, I can watch her videos when she cooks with a famous cook or whatever, chef or whatever. But I don't have to do it. You know, I'm not into blind following. That's very dangerous.
Yes.
Because the advice, we like thousands of people here. and she's the only one. She can't give advice to everybody. It's not general.
Right.
She's trying, but just think for yourself. Take whatever you can from the method, but apply it to your own personal needs and personal life. That's it. That's easy.
Yep. It goes back to that balance. Take it.
Yeah. She says stay in one lane. Okay. Yeah, she says stay in one lane. Okay, stay in one lane if you can. Mm-hmm. If not, okay, fine, jump, hop. Just do something. Just move your body. Do something for yourself.
Right.
I do follow her advice because I think she's a teacher. I chose her as a teacher, and a teacher teaches. Mm-hmm. So I listen to her. Yeah. But unless it doesn't work for me, or I need some changes, or I can do it every day, I do it for myself. I do it my way.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're gonna change gears a little bit. What do your family and friends think about the Tamily and Tracey and this?
For example, the change over the years, because first, for example, I'm my parents now in Poland. Mm-hmm. I'm in my parents' house. When I started the method, they didn't know what it was, so they were laughing at me. Because they thought, you're crazy, you don't need, you're slim, you're so slim, why do you do the exercise every day, what for, They thought I'm doing it to look sexy, to look better, They did not understand it, like my family. But later, I'm very consistent. Every time I come here like 2 times a year, and I have all the equipment here as well, and they saw, I do it consistently. Every time I come here, I do the workout. So that I began to change their opinion about it. They said, oh, she's really consistent, she was really into it. And I saw my cousin asking me, why do you do it? Why, you never get bored or anything? I said, no, I just like doing it. It's not something I have to force myself to do. Mm-hmm. It just comes naturally to me. I do it for my health. And I gain a different level of respect, I think, now. Because now I put my things out, nobody says anything. It's like, it's normal. They get used to it.
Yep.
And I think that's perfect. That's how it should be. It's like brushing your teeth.
Yes.
Yes. Exactly.
You're good.
Sorry to get out of the room. I say, I have to do an interview now with a Tamily 5. Nobody says anything, I'm telling you, they still don't understand that posting the videos because, not many people understand why you post videos of your workout. They think it's something to show off.
Right.
They don't understand it. So they don't have to understand it. No, I don't expect them to understand it. They don't need to. But they just have to accept it, that's all, and not to criticize it if they don't know what it is.
Right.
But over the years, I think, if you do it consistently, you'll gain a new level of respect. You'll see. First, they're going to criticize you. Then they're going to laugh at you. They won't understand you. But with time, they would even envy you because they see you're consistent. You're doing something for your health, and they don't. And they probably wish they found the method, they found a way of fitness they could stick to over the years. So I think it's very important to show them. Like, it's important to have kids, and the kids see you working out as a mother. I think it's very important.
Yes.
Because my daughter knows I have to work out. And that's fine, she doesn't question it. And she knows it's just normal, it's like a routine. And I hope she does the same later in her life, And they also,
finds what works for her, and if it happens to be this, then fantastic. If not,
exactly. Yes, and you have to be pretty strict about your workout time. If you have a family, for example, you have small kids, and you have to work out, you have to be pretty strict. I always tell the girls, this is non-negotiable. I have to work out. You make a time, you write it down in the middle or somewhere. You tell everybody in advance. During this time, I'm going to work out, and I'm not to be disturbed. It's not selfish at all. Yep. You just have to say it. Say it to your husband. Say it to your partner. I have to work out, and then close the door. Close it if you can, and you work out. The kids can cry. Nothing happens. The kid cries for half an hour. Right. The kids can cry. Do your workout. And you're pretty consistent, and you stick to it. You have to be very firm. If not, they'll be over you. They come into the room after 5 minutes. Mommy, come and play with me. Mommy, can you? No. Mommy cannot do that.
Right.
It's not selfish. It's not that. I say it's only half an hour. It's not much. You know, some people watch TV for 2 hours a day, and it's fine.
Or on your
Nobody
phone.
bothers about that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
On the phone for 2 hours, and then nobody bothers about that.
Right.
So I say, I could advise young mothers or anybody, just be strict, be firm about that time. It's your time, and you have to do it. I mean, there's no excuse if you really want to do it, and be very firm about it. It's not selfish, because women especially, oh, I have to be for my kids first, I have to do this, I have to do that. No, you don't.
No.
You want to. You know, so you don't to. Kids will survive perfectly well without you for half an hour.
Right.
You know, even if they have to play by themselves. If you can get help, of course, get the help. It's always better to have somebody you can leave your kids with. You know, then you don't have to worry about them. But sometimes you can't. So many people live by themselves now. There's no family around. You know, what do? You have 2 small kids, and you have to work out.
And you just do.
Sometimes when they're very small, the kids, I say, forget it. Forget it totally till they're a bit older. Because you're not gonna get frustrated, because with 2 kids, for example, around, nobody to help you, there's no way you can fit a workout every day. No way.
Right.
Even usually, of course there are exceptions, but of course there's no way. So if they're very small and you're tired all the time, I would say skip the workout for the time being. But try to lead an active lifestyle. It means go for a walk every day, for example, eat healthily, or do some kind go play with the kids, move your body, prepare yourself for the time when you have time to work out.
Yes.
Later, because the kids gonna grow. It's only, they think, oh, I never have time. The kids grow fast. It's only 1 or 2 years.
True.
Yeah, then you're so busy. Later you won't be that busy with them, you know. So I always say, if they're very small and you don't have time and you're busy working or whatever, skip the workout. Forget about the workouts. Because you'll only get frustrated, and then you're gonna blame yourself for not having time for your body and whatever. Your kids come first.
Right.
You wanted to have kids, you take care of them first.
Yeah. It comes back to that balance, you know. Find
and later when they're a bit
balance and give yourself permission to be where you're at when you're there.
Yeah, and later when they're a bit older, you can always introduce well, I'm gonna do 20 minutes a day. Mm-hmm. You know, even if if you have them around, teach them that mommy's gonna do something for 20 minutes a day. Of course, if you have somebody to help you, always better, but sometimes you can't. You don't have help. Nope. You know, it happens. So teach them 20 minutes or just 10 minutes a day. You do something and then increase the time. And as I said, not every day. You're gonna get yourself crazy if you try to work out every day with small kids. Yeah. If you can't, fine. You do bit by bit, every day a bit. Teach the kids to watch you doing that. They can be in the next room, they can be somewhere else, they can even play on their phone or whatever.
Right.
And increase the time. And later you can get help, or they can play by themselves. Make the time a rule, make the time firm, and stick to it.
Yes.
Tell everybody, I'm not taking any excuses. It's my time. Right. It's not selfish. Remember, it's not selfish.
Right.
It seems so right now because, but it's not.
Nobody's going to give you a hard time about, taking care of yourself in the morning and brushing your teeth or, shaving or doing all that. Then it's just part of.
And if they tell you selfish, that, well, I'm not watching TV. Instead of watching 1 hour of TV and doing workouts, it's the same amount of time.
Yeah.
So I'm not watching TV, but I'm doing workout. Mm-hmm. My workout, and this is the same amount of time, and that's what's more important to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we're. So I'm looking at the time. So Instagram will take us off at an hour. So.
Yeah.
I think we've kind of covered everything. So if folks have questions, now would be a good time to type them in, and I'll scroll through here in a second. I do have one more question. What is your favorite thing about the method?
My favorite thing about the method is that Tracy does not talk during the workout. Mm-hmm. I actually love it because many trainers shout at you, keep going and all that stuff. I do not like that. I am a very quiet person. I don't like talking much myself, and I don't want to be reminded all the time what I have to do, especially if I have to do the same workout God knows how many times, and I hear it all the time, the same things.
Right.
I like it that she does not talk, and you really have to think for yourselves and watch her and then copy the moves.
Right.
I think for me it's fun. It's fantastic. I have the music and I really have to concentrate. I sometimes even don't watch the breakdowns because I want to work out the moves for myself.
Right.
You can do it whatever way you want to, but that's what I like, that she does not talk. And I also like the fact that the workouts are challenging.
Mm-hmm.
And they change every week, and there's always something new.
Yes.
Because you think, I've done everything. No, every week is different, and every week brings us something totally different.
Yep.
And I think that's very important. That's what I like. I also like the fact that Tracy learns so much. She's learning all the time, and then she's trying to put the new ideas to us. Mm-hmm. She does a lot of research. She told me she does a lot of anti-aging research now because she's getting older. That's why she incorporates all the spinning moves in the workout, because it's good for the brain. It slows the brain, the aging of the brain. Mm-hmm. So I appreciated that very much.
And I appreciate your weights are really good for your bones, as we get older, and osteoporosis. And those 5-pound weights at first, I was like, no way, Jose, I can't, that's crazy. And then I jumped on board, and I see the benefit of it. So yes, the research.
Yes, I see the benefit of it, yes. And of course I like the community of women. I mean, that's what the method brings, It's not only the workout, as we said before. It's not an example. I like the girls, I like Instagram, I like watching the girls, because it's a kind of friendship. It's human. Mm-hmm. It's something we need. A lot of women need far more female companion that they have in real life. Yes. And this is a female companion is very important for a woman. If a woman gives you a compliment, it's far more value than if a man gives you a compliment. It comes from a woman, This is very important, and it's very good for your self-esteem if you have a lot of female friends. Mm-hmm. And even if it's only online, even if it's only, on Instagram, the people, they're close, them.
Right.
And I think one of Tracy's biggest achievements is the creation of the Tamily. Mm-hmm. I know it's virtual, but also real friendships that, came to be because of this.
Right. I completely agree. We have, it wouldn't be as big as it is if there wasn't this kind of social media highlight reels, like I said earlier. It wouldn't be we wouldn't keep coming back to it if we weren't feeling something between people.
Yeah.
These are real friendships, whether or not, and I hope if I could meet every member of this Tamily in person someday, that would be amazing. But even if that doesn't happen, we still have this connection.
Yeah. And remember, if you don't like Instagram, some people don't like it. You always have Facebook, when you can write. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to show your body. Because some people don't like it. You can do whatever you want, but they just don't like it. It's perfectly fine.
Yes.
You don't have to post your videos if you don't want to. Mm-hmm. But you have a group on Facebook where you can write about the workout. Some people prefer writing, to just doing the videos on Instagram. And that's perfectly fine too. There's another group. There are 2 groups, I think, on Facebook, or 3. And you can always be there, and you can always talk to the girls. And everybody's really helpful. Right. I find it everybody is helpful, and everybody is going to help you. But you must be willing to help yourself, them as well.
Right. You have to take that leap of faith and go there and start the commitment to yourself, and then lean on others,
Yes.
I'm going to scroll through and see if anybody had any questions. Is there anything else that you want to share about yourself before we go into the community questions?
Well, I don't know. People always tell me that I look very peaceful in my videos and so calm. I don't know why I'm always so peaceful. I think I don't care that much about the videos. I don't care that much about the workout. I'm very relaxed about it because I know I'm consistent and now, okay, I try. I'm not doing it for results. I'm doing it just for my health. So, so I think I'm very relaxed. I don't really care if I have perfect abs. I like the look I have now because I think it's nice to like your body. But I think I relax because I like the workout, and I look the workout's gonna be there all the time for me, and I show up for myself, and I think it just shows in my face that I like the workout. That I think that people are going, why are you so peaceful? I don't know why I'm so peaceful. I'm always so peaceful.
I get.
So it's my nature.
I see you as very peaceful. I see you as this like a breath of fresh air is what you are.
Yeah.
It's like you're centering. I don't know. You're a very centering person. You kind of bring me personally. When I see you, I just think I just can be calm. Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's fantastic. Don't question it.
Yeah, it's only a workout. Don't worry about it. It's only a workout.
Right.
You have so many different things in your life. It's only a workout. Don't obsess so much about it. It's only a video. It's only 20 seconds. After an hour, nobody will remember it. Just.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Happiness Through Tam, I believe that's Natalia. She says, I love the Danka is it. Wait, it shows your. I love that. It shows that it shows your children that others in this world have different interests than them, and the world doesn't completely revolve around them. That is fantastic, and I'm sorry I flubbed that up. Trying to read sideways is interesting. A million times. Question. This is from Aggie. Who inspires you to live your best life, to be your best self?
Nobody. I don't really. Nobody. I don't have any role models. I read a lot. I read a tremendous amount of books every day, every month. I work for Brainly when I answer questions for students. So I really have to work to know a lot. But I don't really have my own actually role model because I'm happy. I have a lot of inner peace, which is a state that took me years to achieve. So I'm very proud of myself because whatever happens in my life, I stay calm.
Yeah.
I know, and we all have problems. We all have bad situations, but I know I can always do something. And I have this inner peace that what people say about me, what people do to me, it does not affect me. Of course, I take things personally, but inside me, I'm calm because it has nothing to do with me, what they say about me,
Yeah.
It's what I want to do with my life. Of course, I have a family. I have to care for them, but I'm at peace with myself, of who I am as a person. It took me years to do so. I had to do a lot of soul searching. I had to go through some pain to really get to know who I am, what I like. But that's why I think I don't care that much about anything, and I'm also so at peace with myself. Of course, I like some people that have ambitions, that do good things for others. But nobody motivates me, especially. I like people, for example, the Tamily that were overweight and they lost all the weight through hard work. That's what motivates me. Yeah. It's not the result but the hard work. I like people that work hard. Yeah. For something, that they have a goal and they do everything and they can do whatever they can to achieve this goal. I admire it. Yes. They stick to it and they do it. I admire such people. But apart from that, I don't know. Just like that.
Well, I think it shows, your inner peace is what we're seeing, and that's why people say that you're people, that you're, because you are genuinely in tune with yourself. which is fantastic.
Yes, you have first. It is not easy to achieve actually because there's so much influence around. People say, "Oh, I have to be that. You have to behave like that." Why?
Right.
You know?
Yep.
Why? You don't have to.
Yep.
Of course, you don't live in a vacuum. You have people around you. You have to adjust.
Yep.
Society to its rules, but you have to find what makes you happy. And I always say, take small steps. Go for a walk by yourself. Mm-hmm. Nobody else, only you. Because most people don't even like themselves. They don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Because they never spend enough time with themselves, which is tremendously important. You have to be your best friend to be friend with somebody else later. Right. So spend time on your own. Even if it seems boring at first, it seems unusual because we don't do it very often, you know.
Right.
But you really have to spend time with yourself.
Yep.
Go for a walk, you know, and try to find out what you like, who you are, what triggers you, what you dislike, you know, such things. It's not easy, but it's
I think that this entire interview is just about finding that balance, you know. It's just like yourself, try to know yourself and accept yourself, and everything else is just going to fall in. We only have a couple more minutes here. Aggie just said you are definitely a woman living in your own space and owning it, which I completely agree. And I so appreciate that that you share yourself with us. We have a lot.
That's why I think people like when I give them advice, we have to always tell them to be themselves, even if it offends somebody.
Yeah.
It does not matter. It's like with the kids, if the kids see that it's important to you to work out, so accept it. They have no choice.
Yeah.
Fine. They have no choice. Don't feel guilty about that, you know. You're doing enough as it is for the kids. You're doing far more than you should, actually. Probably, you know. So just relax and try to take care of yourself.
Yep.
That is very, very important. We as women forget it so many times.
Yep.
You know, just take care of yourself.
It's a good time of year to start considering that, you know. It's the renewal of a new year, the holidays where we're all kind of together and being full of others. I told somebody here recently, you don't have to like Christmas if you don't. You don't have to pretend you like it. No.
You go with your family. Of course, you have to do some things for the family. But if you don't like it, it's perfectly fine.
Right.
And tell everybody, I don't like Christmas. I'll be here with you because I love you and we have to spend time together. Of course, it's a holiday. But it's not something that sparks my soul. You know, so if I want to read a book later or do my workout, you please accept it. You know, we just share the time. I do some things with you, and then you do some things with me, and that's it. No guilt about it.
Yep, I think that is fantastic. Do things that spark your soul. You know.
Yeah. Exactly. Then you'll be fine.
Yep. Okay, so I don't think we have any more questions, and I don't want us to get cut off.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us. This has been an amazing. I'm going to look back on this conversation, and I'm going to draw
thank you.
a lot from it. And I know we're far away, and I hope you have an amazing holiday, Merry Christmas, and lots of times with your family, and Happy New Year.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Happy Christmas to you too, okay?
Yep. All right. Bye-bye.
Great, bye.